Welcome to the Hometown Bluegrass Show, the heart and soul of bluegrass music, brought to you straight from Western Kentucky. Join your hosts, Tim Batts, a passionate promoter of bluegrass and live music, and Josh Williams, 3-time IBMA Guitar Player of the Year and a true bluegrass legend. They talk about the latest bluegrass news, interview your favorite artists, and tell lighthearted stories that celebrate the bluegrass tradition. Josh even gives bluegrass music tips in every episode. So grab your banjo, pick up your guitar, and let's have some fun together. This is the Hometown Bluegrass Show.
This is the Hometown Bluegrass Show. Thank you and welcome. Coming at you live from the heart of Western Kentucky. The heart of bluegrass music.
This is recorded live.
Recorded live, and you'll hear it just a few days later.
That's right.
But we're glad that you joined us on this podcast. This is episode 61 of the Hometown Bluegrass Show podcast.
61.
And we are cruising right along, and appreciate you being with us. Do want to thank our great sponsors for helping support bluegrass music. And we had a great episode last week. Had Amanda Cook on. If you missed that, you might want to go back and check it out because she's a hoot.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun episode.
Yeah. And by the way, I got reprimanded by you last week, so I do have our Paige Capo and McEwen Guitar Pick winners prepared for you now.
All right. That's good. That's good.
If you're just now tuning in or a new fan of the show, we do give away a free Paige Capo and McEwen Guitar Pick in every episode. So that's pretty cool. That's like $75 worth of stuff in every episode that we give away, thanks to our sponsors. So, but our dear friend Katie McCoy won the Capo.
Oh, did she?
Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
All right.
Yep. The way we did it this week was when I posted the episode on Friday morning. It's a link to our YouTube, to the podcast on YouTube, and then I ask a question that you can only know the answer to if you listen to the podcast.
Clever.
And this week I asked, what did Amanda cook for supper right before we called her? And it was pulled pork and rice.
Oh, wow.
And
what
so,
an odd combination, too.
I know. I know. That's kind of weird.
I don't usually have rice with my pulled pork.
I don't either. I'm going to like baked beans or something.
Yeah.
That's a Kentucky thing. But
maybe. I don't know.
But anyway, she was the first one to answer, so I let her choose, and she chose the Capo. And then let me get this other gentleman's name. So the second person to chime in was Jason Ooten. I think I'm pronouncing that right, from Del Barton, West Virginia. Yeah. And so he got the McEwen Guitar Pick. And since she chose the Capo and she was first, and so there's your winners, man.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
I don't want to get in trouble again 2 weeks in a row from you there.
Well, I just thought, it would be cool to have that info.
You're exactly right. I thought that is good, and I should have been doing that all along.
If people are winning them, we should make a big deal out of it.
Absolutely. Well, I do brag on them on Facebook, but we want you guys to hear about them as well, and know that also that you got a chance to win. So every episode, just all you got to do is listen and go to our Facebook page and be the first to answer the question, and you'll win. So
that is right.
But it was a fun episode with Amanda Cook. So you had a good week? What you been up to, man?
Had a good week. I had a great weekend. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I'm trying to get to where I can see you. This thing's like
I got you.
Right there. So I'm trying to adjust my mic. And you don't hear it, though. That's what's so cool. At the home studio, you tend to hear it whenever I move it about,
right.
So it's kind of nice. But anyway, I had a great weekend. I had when I came home from work on Friday, I laid down for just a minute whenever I got home, and next thing I knew, it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So apparently I took a nap, which was awesome. I don't ever get to do that very much. And Saturday, I stayed inside the house all day, stayed in my PJs all day. It was awesome.
Wow. That's rare, isn't it?
I don't get to do it very often,
Yeah.
and it's funny because every once in a while, I might sleep in on a Saturday morning or something, even if the kids are there and stuff. They're like, Dad's always in bed. And it's like, no, Dad is never in bed hardly, it seems, anymore. And when you guys are here is a weekend, and I tend to, sleep in a little bit longer than I mean to. Of course, I don't sleep in like I used to. I used to be able to sleep till noon and beyond. You know? And
that's the curse when you get older.
I can't do it, man. If even okay, so even on Saturday morning, I had nothing to do all day. By 7 o'clock, I'm still actually it was more like 6:30. I was wide awake and looking at my phone, wondering why am I awake? Why can't I still be asleep? And then I think I played on my phone for maybe like an hour. I played one of the games that I have on there. And then I just finally just set it back down and kind of laid my head back down on the pillow. And next thing I knew, it was like 9:30. So I thought I did pretty good.
I'd say so. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wished I'd had a calm weekend, but I did not.
Tell me about yours.
Oh, Lord. Well, Friday night we had our bluegrass night at Kentucky Opry. So I had to go do that and MC that and get all that going. And so we had the Carl Bentley Band from Indiana, and great bunch of guys. And so
and I did mean to be at that, but I ended up falling asleep. And
yeah, that's all right.
Once I woke up, I was like,
I did it all without you. Me and Jason handled it. So
well, I knew that I was leaving it in capable hands.
Well, we had a great night and a big crowd. I think there was about 125 people there, so it was pretty good for our bluegrass night.
Not bad.
So I had a great bluegrass night, and then Saturday, my band, Homemade Jam, played. We had a big private party at the Kentucky Dam Convention Center for. It was actually our mandolin player's parents' 65th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
and so they had a huge blowout in there. It was about 175 people there. It was huge.
Wow.
And they had a dance floor and the whole deal. So we played all classic country. We didn't play any bluegrass. It was all just country stuff, and people were dancing and two-stepping and all. And it was pretty cool. But late night, and then of course I'm the director of music and media at my church, and so Sunday is always a busy day. So
I bet it is. Yeah,
get here 7:30 in the mornings, and it's a long day. But anyway, that's all right.
What all does your day consist of when you do that? I'm curious. Just
on Sunday?
Yeah, we've never actually talked about this. So,
well, I lead the music, so I get here about 7 o'clock. Get all the amps turned on, the soundboard, and video cameras, and all that. Get the stage set up. How many singers I've got on the praise team, and get the microphones all new batteries, and everything set up for that, and just get all the DIs plugged up, and make sure everything wireless is charged, and make sure I got my volunteers coordinated that are going to run the projector and the soundboard and our video camera switcher and stuff. And so then 8:15 we have band practice. We go through the set of usually 4 songs that we're doing, and then about 9 o'clock. Most of them go to Sunday school, and then I usually just kind of double check everything on the slides of the the words and the music and all that, and then church is at 10, and we do our thing till usually about 11:15 or so, and 11:30, and then I got to shut everything down. And
yeah, so you just do the one service, then you don't do like multiple services.
We have one service, but then we have service on Sunday night too. So it's a lot more low key. Usually do a couple of songs, and it's a little bit smaller crowd usually, but anyway, but no, it's a busy day.
I run sound at my church as well.
Oh, cool.
And don't have near that much to do. I think we have on a good day we might have 50 members. I'm not sure, but I'm basically there in time to sit behind the board and just make sure everything's up when it's supposed to be up. And
do y'all have a band or
good?
Just a song?
No, we're Church of Christ. So
gotcha.
there's just singing. I mean, we are. I wouldn't say a traditional necessarily Church of Christ.
You don't have any instruments, though.
We don't, but we're not opposed to it. Yeah. So we don't feel like that's going to be the first thing that Jesus asks us when we get to the pearly gates, or Paul or whoever we might meet first, is what is your take on instrumental music? I don't think that's
play a Martin?
I don't. Yeah. It's like I don't believe that God would have given me the talent to be able to play instruments if I wasn't supposed to use it for Him. So how can it be bad? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but that's just the way I was raised, and that's how I learned to sing. Was from learning and hearing the different parts and all that. So yeah, it's a lot easier than what your job is, just simply because we don't have the band, we don't have all that stuff, but also we don't have the people. We just have a very small congregation. So, but if anybody, if you're ever traveling through Benton, Kentucky, and you want to come to church with us, I go to Central Church, which is in Benton. We're actually about to move, which is kind of exciting. We're going to be moving out to the little township of Fair Dealing, but we're still going to be in Marshall County. So that's going to be cool. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. We're hoping to expand our church in a lot of ways out there. Hopefully we'll be able to.
Well, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We have about 175 to 200 every week, and we got kind of pretty full band, piano, drums, 2 guitars and bass player, and usually, 3 or 4 singers. And
How many banjos?
No banjos, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a shame, but I think it is very ironic that you go to a Church of Christ.
I know, right?
20-time bluegrass guitar player here.
That's funny.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just a little bit of funny spiritual irony there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
God has a sense of humor.
He does. Look at the duck-billed platypus.
Exactly. Yeah. I ain't even going to try to say that. So. Oh man! But anyway,
I just wanted to know. That was interesting. I'd never heard what your day really consisted of on a Sunday. So
yeah, that's it.
I know it's kind of a new gig for you. And
yeah, I've just been here, a couple months, and it's still trying to figure everything out. It's a lot, but just managing a team of volunteers and all those things. And we're not a huge church. We're here in West Paducah, and so but it's a medium-sized church, and they're really media and music minded, and it's good. I love it. It's a brand new sanctuary. The old one got hit by a tornado a few years ago, and they were meeting in the Family Life Center for 2 or 3 years, and they just a few months ago have a new sanctuary. So we got all new stuff and new toys, and I just got to figure out how they all work.
There you go.
So anyway, but
Very good.
We had a fun time with the Name That Tune thing. You want to try that again? We've had several people comment on that. So,
why not?
Let me burn you up on a couple more here.
Just as long as it's stuff that I've heard before. Don't spring any new stuff like you did on me last week.
That wasn't new. That was a song you did.
I know, but I had never heard it before. It had just been released.
No. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't either until you played it. And then I was like, wait a minute.
All right. Here's 5 seconds of a song that you should know.
Okay.
On Name That Tune.
Let's try it. And the old folks home just down. Can't remember the words, but that's if I don't drink rye whiskey, I'll die.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And who's the famous songwriter that wrote that and sings
Ronnie Bowman.
Of course he is. I love that song.
Great one. Great song.
Great song. All right, one more, and you should get this. I would think. I don't know. Let me try this. I'm gonna try this one here. Let's see. All right, 5 seconds of Name That Tune. See if we can stump Josh. I might have to give you 5 more seconds.
Yeah.
Let me give you 10 seconds of that one.
Okay, just because, it didn't even get started. The fiddle tune and the tone is very familiar. Ooh.
Oh, we might have stumped him, folks.
You might have on this one. Gosh. There's drums in it, so it's a fairly new recording. It's not something that's super old.
Right, it's not super old.
Is it it's not something off of Balsam Range or anybody like that, is it?
No.
No, it's not. Okay. So give me another 5 seconds of it. Let's just see.
Right.
Ooh. I don't know. You're going to have to tell me who this is.
Here I am. I guess we need to talk.
Oh, that sounds like Brandon.
It's time we had that heart to heart that we've been holding on.
Yeah,
Very nice. What album is that off of?
that's off their Bringing the Tradition album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Mirrors Never Lie.
Oh, all right. That's a good one.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
Yeah, the newer stuff,
This is from 2016, so it's
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, Brandon's stuff with them, even, well, I think when the first record was like 04 or something, wasn't it? Or 05 or
yeah.
somewhere around there. You know, it was, even that's still I consider that to be the newer stuff.
yeah,
you know?
that's not in the Dan and Ronnie days. and
Yeah,
all
or
that.
even the Dan and Don days. You know, I mean,
exactly.
they went through a lot of changes. I never, and it's not that I don't. By the time that this stuff is released, I was working with Rhonda and just crazy all the time, and I hate that I don't know this newer stuff like I should.
Yeah.
So I will work on that.
Yeah, well,
I have homework.
That's kind of what my wheelhouse of what I love is from 2005, 2010, to the newer stuff, and but I wasn't as deeply into it, back then like you were. But
Well, and I was eat up with it at a young age, and that would have been during the 90s.
Yeah.
So I mean, like
I was more into George Strait and Alan Jackson,
which
and
is
all that
great.
back
Yeah,
then.
all good, all good.
Well, this is going to be a great episode. We've got a cool interview coming up that Josh and I are a little bit new for these people, but this is a group called Dear Maribella and the Pig Kickers. It's a young sibling band out of North Carolina.
And the Waters?
And the Pig Kickers. The Pig Kickers.
Pig Kickers.
Pig Kickers, yeah. I can't wait to ask them where the name come from, of course, but
You're not supposed to kick a pig, are you?
I wouldn't think it's. PETA might get involved in that. I don't know, but we might have to be careful. But
PETA, I don't know if it'd be the kind of bread I'd want on.
I know. But we're going to talk to Dear Maribella here in a little while and see how
that's
that
right.
goes. But when we come back, Josh is going to play us a song and
sure,
teach
why not?
everybody how to play some bluegrass guitar. So
Hey,
it's just that easy.
Have we had anybody write in? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll go to commercial and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be right back.
The Lake House Inn at Sled Creek has undergone complete renovation in 2023. Our outdoor space is unlike any other at Kentucky Lake. With 2 in-ground pools, 18 rooms, and 4 cabins, we're just a stone's throw away from Kentucky Dam. If you're looking to make memories with your family, this nostalgic inn is for you. Welcome to your lake house, where modern meets rustic and becomes home. Reserve online at lakehouseinn.com.
Custom Automotive in Calvert City, Kentucky has been a family-operated business for over 50 years. When you call Custom Automotive, you'll talk to an experienced tire and wheel expert. They install wheels and tires on thousands of vehicles every year in addition to their online sales. Stop by and thank them for supporting bluegrass music. Custom Automotive, Highway 62, Calvert City, Kentucky, 270-395-7611. Or visit them online at customautoonline.com.
Howdy, friends. I'm Banjo Ben Clark, and you're listening to my good buddies Tim Batts and Josh Williams on the Hometown Bluegrass Show. You've tuned in because you like valuable conversation about the world's best music. And if you want more good stuff like that, come on over to my website, banjobenclark.com, where you can learn how to play and purchase anything you might need when it comes to bluegrass-related instruments and accessories. My Gold Pick members over there can access hundreds of lessons for banjo, guitar, and mandolin with all kinds of resources to help you move on down the road with your picking skills. And if you're looking to purchase something, the deals can't be beat at Banjo Ben's General Store. All there on the same website, banjobenclark.com. Now back to the show.
Well, thank you, Banjo Ben, man. We appreciate what you do for bluegrass music. Thank you for helping us. And our listeners get a 10% discount if you buy something on banjobenclark.com. Just use the promo code Hometown 10. Hometown 10, and you will save 10% on your order at banjobenclark.com.
Yes.
And he is quite the musician and teacher, and they do online lessons and lots of great stuff. So,
And he's got all kinds of stuff that you'd need.
absolutely tons of stuff that you want and need.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what are you going to do for us, man?
Well, it's funny that you had played a Ronnie Bowman song a minute ago, because I actually had a Ronnie Bowman song that I wanted to play. This one, I'll do this actually for for Miss Rhonda Vincent, because this is one of her favorite songs that I sing. So this was off of Ronnie's, I believe it was off of his second solo album. So it would have been on the Man I'm Trying to Be album. Am I in tune? Close enough for bluegrass? Longing for the old days. Do you recall those walks in the moonlight and the feeling that words can't describe? That same old moon is shining in your window. Tell me, dear, where's that feeling tonight? I know that you still love me. You never give me reason to doubt your love was true. But I'm longing tonight for the old days when we were young and love was new. It was a warm summer evening, our hearts came together, and the flicker turned into a flame. But cool autumn wind gives way to December and reminds us nothing ever stays the same. I know that you still love me. You never give me reason to doubt your love was true. But I'm longing tonight for the old days when we were young and love was new. I know that you still love me. You never give me reason to doubt your love was true. But I'm longing tonight for the old days when we were young and love was new. There we go.
Awesome. I zoomed in on the Ale8 bottle at the end.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Getting artsy there.
That's right. That's right. It's not like we're trying to say, please sponsor us, L8, but at the same time, please sponsor us, L8.
Exactly. Oh, man. Or Diet Mountain Dew if you're listening.
There's lots of money worth of your products being consumed.
Yes, by us two individuals.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And, you know, I will say that Southern Legacy is very proud to actually be sponsored by L8, and we love the fact that they love bluegrass so much, and they're just great folks, and they always make sure that we have plenty of Ale8s, or a late one is technically what they're called, but there's very few people that I know in my circle of folks that actually call it that, because we were raised calling it Ale8. We never even saw that little bitty one on the side.
I know.
So
Yep.
that's what my daddy always called it, was Ale8, and that's just what we call it. Yeah,
That's
but
right.
yes,
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, good stuff. Well, we're going to talk to Dear Maribella.
Who dat?
Man. These band names. But Dear Maribella and the Pig Kickers.
Oh, my goodness.
We just wanted to kind of take one episode and kind of help promote a young band that's up and coming. These youngsters, I mean, they're all teenagers, but they're very good, and they've done some great things so far, writing a lot of original material, and a lot of streaming platforms and stuff. So they're, we thought we'd give them a little bit and see what we could.
Well, it's a very important thing to do. I wouldn't have gotten to where I was in bluegrass music without, DJs or different folks. Taking a gamble on a kid that picked a banjo.
Right.
So
absolutely.
They got to pay that stuff forward, man.
Exactly. And I love doing that. And they listen to our my radio show on Thursday mornings on bluegrassjamboree.com. And so that's where I learned about them. And so I played one of their songs on there.
Too.
Absolutely. So anyway, but we'll talk to them here in just a minute, and we'll be right back.
That's right.
Looking for expert insurance advice from a team that truly knows Western Kentucky? At Paducah Insurance Agency, we're more than just policies. We're your neighbors, helping you protect what matters most. With locations in Paducah and Benton, Kentucky, we offer home, auto, business, and life insurance with top carriers like Erie Insurance, all at competitive rates. Locally owned and committed to your peace of mind, Jared Morgan and his team are here to help. Call Paducah Insurance Agency today at 855-853-4763 or visit paducahinsurance.com. Paducah Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you trust.
For over 50 years, Puckett's Jewelry in Benton, Kentucky has been a trusted choice for fine jewelry that will last a lifetime and help you celebrate life's most precious moments. The new owners, Bart and Hannah Lewis, are excited to continue the Puckett's Jewelry legacy in Marshall County and are proud to support bluegrass music. Puckett's Jewelry on the Square in Benton, Kentucky. Visit them online at puckettsjewelry.com.
Hey, this is Josh Williams for Page Capos. The Page Capo is lightweight, durable, and quickly attaches and allows you to change frets with ease. With controlled tension capabilities, Page Capo always stays in tune. But don't just take my word for it. Page Capos is also used by folks like Vince Gill, Ron Block, Tim O'Brien, Cody Kilby, Tommy Emanuel, and James Taylor. So don't trust just any capo. Use what the pros use. Listen to the Hometown Bluegrass Show podcast for your chance to win a Page Capo on every episode. Do what I do and trust Page Capos. Order online at pagecapo.com.
Welcome back to the Hometown Bluegrass Show. We are so thankful for Page Capo being one of our great sponsors, and just listen for your chance to win one of those for free.
Yes, that's right.
Josh will buy it for you.
That's right.
And so we'll take that right out of his paycheck and take care of that for you. So I think you wanted to mention something about Tony.
I did. I wanted to mention something about my late friend and former boss, Tony Rice, and yesterday was his birthday, and of course we lost him on Christmas Day of 2020. Mm-hmm. That was a hard Christmas that year, and then of course the following year on Christmas Eve we lost J.D. Crowe. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that I had posted some stuff on my Instagram and Facebook that it was his birthday, just saying a happy birthday to him and stuff. Yeah. But
I saw that. What was he doing? Changing the guitar string in that
one
video?
Yes, he had broken a string and just stepped back, grabbed a string, and started tuning it up, and then put his capo on, and then took a solo.
Oh my gosh! And it takes me like 30 minutes to change my guitar string.
Oh man, it was the coolest thing. Well, I learned actually. David Parmley was where I learned to change the string really fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was a bunch of times with Rhonda that I would do that, and then with my own band as well. I had to tune it up as fast as you can, and it really helps to have like the real fast geared guitar tuners. Yeah. So whenever when you're able to tune them up, and sometimes it's just as fast as you can go. Right, and exactly. There's been a couple of times I've even overshot the mark. And had to back down. But watching him do that, and it just gave me a sense of I remember standing beside him, and the time that I spent with him. I just miss him so much. Yeah. He was one of my biggest heroes, but the fact that he was also, a close friend and somebody that I got to make music with on the regular, was just something that I will always cherish.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yep. June 8th of 1951 was his birth date.
Awesome.
So,
Well, we are super excited as we enter the last part of this podcast episode, number 61. We usually try to interview a bluegrass artist, and most of them are just kind of well-known artists that you probably heard of, but we wanted to give a little shout-out to kind of an up-and-coming band of young siblings from North Carolina, so we are super excited to have them on the phone now. Dear Maribella and the Pig Kickers. How are you?
Hello. We're doing pretty good. We're sitting on our front porch right now.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So introduce yourselves to us and tell us who you are.
So I'm Anne Marie, and I'm the one who plays the guitar.
Okay.
I'm Isabella. I play the fiddle, and Anne Marie also forgot to mention she is the lead vocals in the band.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And I'm Peter, and I play the banjo.
Gotcha. All right. So
And
go
we
ahead.
have our dad who usually plays the bass with us, but he's at work right now.
Oh.
And our brother, who's the mandolin picker, he is at bagpipe practice right now.
That is so awesome. That sounds like something that I would say about you, like joking, if you weren't here or something. I'd be like, he's at bagpipe practice. But they're
Exactly.
actually serious. He's actually learning to play the bagpipes.
They're being
Yes,
really serious.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
so,
there's-
let's
Well,
talk-
that was his.
You gotta tell us
That's
about
that is actually his first instrument. He's been playing the bagpipes for since he was like 6, I think.
this. Wow.
About maybe 4 years now. Yeah, he's 12 now.
So
And
in the research I did on you
now.
guys, I saw there was some Irish background or connection there. Is that where that comes from, or?
That's
Yes, my mom's dad is fully Scotch Irish, so
Scotch Irish. There
we
we
like
go.
to
Okay.
go. Yeah, we go to Highland games and stuff like that, and we are all in the pipe and drum band too. So,
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, that's awesome.
but bluegrass is our foremost.
Your first love.
kind of music.
Gotcha.
Very
Yeah.
So I guess my second question is, where did the name Dear Maribella and the Pig Kickers come from? I'm sure you get asked that a lot.
That's a long story. So starting out, me and my sister would mostly play together. We're the eldest. So my name's Isabella and her name's Anne-Marie. And so we decided to squish it together and be Dear Maribella.
Okay.
And we kind of wanted to be a wedding band of sorts.
Okay.
But that didn't work out. I don't know. I guess Pete picked up the banjo, and we've always listened to bluegrass our whole lives. So he kind of was inspired by that and picked up the banjo. And then that's how kind of we got into bluegrass.
Oh, okay.
And then when the boys joined, we named them the Pig Kickers.
Nice.
And so that's an old family saying that we used to say, just go kick a pig. And it means like, go out and do it, even if you don't know what's going to happen.
so it's
around,
kind of like eat that frog type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. So how old are you guys?
So I'm 18. I'm 20.
Okay.
And I'm 13.
And then our
Got it.
other brother, the mandolin player's 12.
Okay, so 2018, 13, or what was it?
Yeah.
2018,
13 and
13 and 12. Gotcha.
13 and
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So you guys were born and raised there where you live now in North Carolina. Is that right? Wilmington?
Yeah. Yes, sir. We're just outside of Wilmington.
I got you. Okay.
So
Well, that's definitely a mecca area for bluegrass music for sure. Well, a state that's steep rich in that.
yes.
Yeah.
They're out there in the county where it's okay to kick pigs.
Right,
That's where they're
exactly.
at, so.
No, you can't kick
Yes.
pigs in the city. There's an ordinance against
That's right. That's right.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys have a great looking website. I mean, looks like your marketing skills are top notch. Their website is dearmaribella.com. That's dear, DearMaribella, dearmaribella.com. And so, I mean, it's got the press kids, got all your shows on there. I mean, so you guys are doing it upright. So, does one of y'all, does one of you guys do all your marketing and booking, or do y'all hire that out, or what?
Yes, sir. That's Isabella. That's her specialty.
Awesome.
So I'm actually majoring in communications and stuff. So
Oh,
I'm kind
wow.
of able to practice my skills on our
Wow, that's
band
perfect.
stuff
Heck
and
yeah.
marketing.
That's awesome. So did all of you guys start? I mean, I know you're still young, but I mean, everybody start playing when you were just single digits, or how early?
Yeah. So the guitar player, I started when I was 8 playing the guitar.
Okay.
And then Isabella started at 8 too. Peter actually started on the piano at 5 and then picked the banjo up at 9.
Gotcha.
And then our mandolin player, when did he pick up the mandolin? Like 9
Yeah.
or 10. So yeah.
So all around that 8 or 9 years old. So did your dad grow
Yeah.
up in bluegrass music? Was he the one that was kind of instrumental in getting y'all started, or what?
No, he actually he grew up in the rural part of New Jersey.
Oh,
So
bluegrass
he
capital
was
of the
not-
world there.
Yeah. But he grew up listening to it and stuff. And my mom is actually she's where all the bluegrass roots come from. Her grandmother came out of the Shenandoah Valley, and they always had her uncle over and playing bluegrass. So she grew up with that
Gotcha.
more than my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that reached out to me. I guess she was listening to my radio show, the Hometown Bluegrass Show radio show that I do
Yes.
on Thursday mornings
Yes.
on the bluegrassjamboree.com. And I can't remember how it happened, whether she tagged you guys in one of my posts or messaged me or something, but I had not heard of you guys until she did. And so actually, while I'm on the air live, I was researching and figured who are these people?
Yeah. My mom loves listening to you guys.
Oh, really? Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So that's awesome. Well, Josh and I do the podcast, and that's a lot of fun. And then I just do that 3-hour radio show where I just play music.
Yeah, he doesn't let me be on that. He's
Yeah,
afraid I'll say a bad
Josh
word or something.
Josh has a regular day job that he can't get out of, so you got to pay the bills. So.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
so anyway, so are you guys? I guess are you guys homeschooled, or are you still in public school, or what do y'all do on that?
Yeah, so we have all been homeschooled. The 2 youngest boys, Pete and Chris, they're still homeschooled. I just graduated from high school, and I'm going
Congrats.
to, thank you, UNCW to study music. And then Isabella's been in college for a couple years.
Gotcha.
So also at UNCW.
And Isabella's the one that majoring in communications and
Yes. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. So, do you guys get a chance to get out and play a lot? I mean, do you? I see on your website there's some gigs planned for June. Looks like you had quite a few in April and May as well. So,
Yes, it has been this year. I feel like we've really gotten out there a little more. We got to play at the IBMA last year, and we played at Merlefest too, which was awesome.
Yes.
And we also had the honor of opening for Sam Bush too, which was so fun.
where was that?
That was incredible. That was at the Brooklyn Arts Center in
Okay.
Wilmington.
Oh, that's the article I saw on Bluegrass Today. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
it
the
was
picture
so
was Sam.
fun.
Yeah, picture was Sam. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that is really cool. So, are you guys wanting? What's your goal as a band? Are you trying to, be a full-time touring band, or what?
I guess kind of just like our saying, like how we say we want to go kick a pig. That's kind of what our motto was when we started this band. We didn't really know where we were going. We just wanted to play our music and have fun. And we ended up getting these amazing opportunities. And so I think we're just kind of going to ride it and just try to have as much fun as we can and see where it takes us.
Right.
And if we get to the Grand Ole Opry, that'd be perfectly fine. But
Hey, yeah, that's
if
right.
we keep playing on our porch, that's okay too.
Well, that's a good attitude to have, and
Definitely.
definitely aspiring to be on the Grand Ole Opry one day is definitely a great goal to have.
That would be a dream come true.
Absolutely, it's for a lot of people. So, I'm sitting here beside a guy that's played on it many, many times. So,
I was just on that stage
Oh, wow.
yesterday, as a matter of fact.
he was just on that stage yesterday.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's
Formed,
crazy.
had a thing. They do a gospel show from the Opry House on Sundays. Gospel country, I believe, is what it's called. And anyway, I spent many years on the road with Rhonda Vincent, and so she had
Wow.
she had me come fill in on a performance with her and another lady from over in Iowa, actually, Lori King. They got to do a song together there on that stage, and it was fun. But I'll be back on Wednesday this coming week. I'll be on the Opry again with Rhonda. So.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yep.
What do you play? What instrument do you play?
Well, I'm normally a guitar player. For the most part,
Okay.
that's when I grew up, I was enamored with bluegrass from a very early age, and when I was about 5 years old, I wanted my grandmother, who played a ukulele, to show me how to do it so I could play along with her. And then when I learned how to do that, and I picked it up really quick, so I was like, okay, I want to do this. So I got to listening to Flatt and Scruggs, and my dad showed me some guitar chords and all that kind of stuff. But when I was about 8 years old, I, really fell in love with the sound of a banjo, and I started playing banjo a whole lot, and did that for, all the way through high school and stuff. And I did do public school. I wasn't homeschooled, but I grew up when I was probably 14, Chris Thiele moved from Idlewild, California. His whole family relocated to Murray, Kentucky, which is about 15 miles from my house. So Chris and I grew up playing music together on a regular basis, and performed stuff all the time. And that is kind of when my guitar stuff started. Of course, I played mandolin as well. But first, when I graduated high school, I graduated on a Friday in May, and that very night, when everybody else was doing the lock-in and all the fun stuff, I had to go meet the bus, because I had to go on the road full time with Special Consensus. So I was playing mandolin and fiddle with them, and then stayed there for 5 years, and I left that band and went with Rhonda Vincent for the first time, and performed with her for 4 years on guitar. And then whenever I left, after about 3.5 to 4 years, I started playing mandolin with Tony Rice. And of course, I also fronted my own band for a long time. And but then I ended up going back with Rhonda in 2013 and stayed with her up until, 21, I guess. I left in April of 21, and just so I could focus on my kids more, I started as a kid. I had got to go to all these festivals and stuff with my dad, and have that time. And, when you're gone on the weekends and your kids are in school and you don't, have the weekends to spend with them, it gets tough. So, I wanted to be able to have that time with my kids. They were growing up. You guys grow up fast. As it didn't feel like it when I was growing up, like it was that fast, but it felt like it drug on forever. But now that I'm older, it's just going by so fast. I now have a soon to be 15-year-old and a soon to be 12-year-old and a very, very soon to be, gosh, how old is he going to be? 9. Oh my gosh. So, it goes by fast. So, I know it probably feels like it's dragging by right now for y'all, but don't blink.
Yeah.
It goes by
sometimes.
quick. But bluegrass is so awesome because you get to be around your heroes. That was the coolest part for me was, I knew J.D. Crowe since I was about 11 years old. So it was very easy to take that for granted because, he was like a part of my family. Whereas, my oldest son for the longest time didn't even realize that wasn't his grandpa. He thought Crowe was his grandpa. And, so, that's how close he was. So, but he was one of my heroes. And then, of course, getting to meet, Tony, and then getting to, spend days on the road and stuff with him and make music with him was, just an amazing experience. So it's just cool. This cool. Music is just so easy. Like you guys having your pictures made and getting to hang out with Sam Bush. There's probably not any other genre of music where you can go hang out with the stars like you can in bluegrass.
Yep.
And that's what,
I totally agree.
Yeah, that's what makes it such a personable music. It's just such a small community. And I just. I love it. I've just grown up in it, and I love playing it. I love listening to it. I love being around the people, and like I say, you get to hang out with the people that you grew up listening to, and you can't beat that kind of thing, man.
It's very family oriented, and that's what, as I'm getting older, I'm treasuring this time when I have all my siblings together in one place where we can just have fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's having fun.
Yep.
That's for sure. So, where do you guys play next? Do you have some? I saw you had some June shows coming up. Where can people
tomorrow
find
we're
you?
playing.
So over the weekend, we are having a bluegrass festival that we're hosting in town at Poplar Grove, and we will have how many bands? Like 7 bands that we've asked to come. The Asheville Mountain Boys, Massive Grass, Sail Away Ladies, Shannon Baker, and sometime soon, Folk Zone String Band. So a lot of those kinds of bands, and some jams and square dancing lessons and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be exciting.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that is cool. So,
And we're also going to be playing the NC Folk Fest this year. That's exciting. Which is exciting.
Yeah.
And that's in Greensboro.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, will little brother take a bagpipe solo in that, or?
Maybe not bagpipes. That's a little, I don't know about
It's
that.
a folk festival. That they allow bagpipes.
I would think so.
Yeah,
Playing with the bagpipes.
That's always hard.
That's right.
It's always hard changing chords with the bagpipes.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it always stays in that one chord.
And don't get me started on the fill.
Oh. Yeah, bagpipes only play in E flat. So
Is that what key they're in? E flat?
yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that. I always assumed they were D, and I don't know why. I guess because of Amazing Grace. It always sounded like D to me. But I guess E flat, I wasn't too
pretty
far
close.
off.
Yeah, pretty close.
Nice.
It's written in D, though, the bagpipe music, but it sounds like it's in the key of E flat, which is really confusing. But
And if you blow real hard, you can get it to F.
there you go.
Oh man! So where can people hear your music? I noticed I listened to some of your songs on Spotify. Where are you guys on all the streaming platforms? Or
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All the streaming platforms.
gotcha. Wow, looks like you got
And
your latest album was on there, Magnolia. Is that what it's called?
Yes, sir. Our latest album is called On Forgotten Paths.
Oh yes.
So that we just released this spring, and that was, I feel like, our first real cohesive album, and it was real fun to do together.
Oh, okay.
We have some music videos for it
Yeah.
that we're releasing.
That's awesome. So people can find you on YouTube and watch those and all that. So, well, that is awesome. Well, you guys have I guess you're pretty excited about hosting your first festival this weekend, and that'll be a lot of fun. Is it hope for good weather? I guess it's outside.
Hopefully it'll be good weather.
Yeah, that's what you always hope for in a bluegrass festival. So,
Yep.
but well, will you guys be at IBMA this year in Chattanooga?
We hope so.
I'll be going to the Kids on Bluegrass thing.
Okay.
this
Oh,
year.
awesome.
Josh and I will be there in the Page Capo booth doing some recording of the podcast, and Josh is doing like a guitar workshop, I think on Thursday and maybe Friday. So if you guys get by the Page Capo booth on Thursday or Friday, be sure and come by and say hi. We can meet you. So.
We will.
Hey, who is over the youth and bluegrass thing now? Do you know?
Yes. Kimber, I think.
Oh, Kimber
Kimber
Ludiker?
Ludiker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first started going to IBMA, I was literally the first year I went, I was the only kid, and it was weird. And like the second and third year, we started having some other people show up, that I was able to pick with. But in this is back in the 1900s, y'all. So this was a long time ago.
You're olden days.
That's right. In 1993, I was part of a kids band that Pete Warnick put together that consisted of myself on banjo, Cody Kilby on guitar, Chris Thiele on mandolin, Mike Cleveland on the fiddle, and Brady Stogdell on the bass. And they called us the Bluegrass Youth All-Stars. And
wow.
that was like this huge deal that, there was these kids that was out there picking, and they was pretty good, and here they are, and stuff. So I always love getting to see, the programs that IBMA has put into place since that, getting to see, all these young players grow up. We actually did like the 10-year anniversary of that in 2003. And of course, they had the new band, but they had us old guys come back, right? And so we got to perform a song, but in the new band was a young mandolin player by the name of Sierra Hull, who was very little at that time. So I'm sure you probably know who she is. So her and Will Jones from over there in y'all's neck of the woods, and let's see, where else? Who else? Corey. What's Corey's last name? I can't think. Corey Walker was also in that. So it was very cool, cool little thing.
Wow.
And I got to visit Cody, Chris, and I got to go visit a couple of years. Well, I say couple. It's been a few years back now, but whenever Stephen Mogen was over that group, so got to visit with some of the youngsters there at that award show. I believe that was 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. But
wow.
So
that's neat.
Yeah, it's very cool. So you guys, man, really stick to what you're doing and keep doing it. And always remember that, I got my start because somebody encouraged me, and I'm sure that was the same way with you guys. So always remember that, remember that, because that's important, because you are somebody that another even younger person is going to look at and be like, I want to do what that person's doing, and they're going to look up to you, and, just the wrong word, even, being not meaning to say it, but that can make or break whether or not that person sticks with it or not. And that's a super important thing, so I love seeing young people coming up in bluegrass, and, and you guys just keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. You're the future of bluegrass. So just keep the legends alive, and respect the music, and just keep on plugging away. And you guys will have a long future in the music. And that's what we hope and pray for you. So
yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's good to talk to you guys, and I hope y'all have a great evening. And I hope you have just a fabulous festival this weekend there in North Carolina.
That's right. And tell your brother that I hope his bagpipes class went good, because he missed a lot of fun getting to talk with you guys tonight. So
I'm here. Yeah, he just got here.
He just got here. How was bagpipes class?
He was silently listening.
Oh.
How'd it go?
It was good.
Good.
Are you out of breath?
Not really.
Not really.
But his arm's tired, because he's got to squeeze that.
Yeah,
thing
my
the whole
arm's
time.
tired.
I got you. Well, that's cool. Well, that's awesome, man.
Yes.
So play us something.
Oh no,
no, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that.
You want to play them something, Chris? He's gonna go grab his.
Do it.
Now.
No, we got to do this. You got to let him do it.
5 seconds.
Yes.
Give him 5 seconds.
That's right. We're big on that. 5 seconds of a song.
He
So.
can get a bagpipe ready to go in 5 seconds.
Well, do they have a case? Do they come in cases?
No, it's just he just hangs them on the wall.
Nice.
You might need to grab your earplugs though, even on that side of the phone.
Oh really? Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, just tell him to stand back from the phone.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Let's hear it. Yes. That is awesome. That was awesome. That was Rocky Top, right?
Now do Cripple Creek. Can you do Cripple Creek?
Thank you.
That's so
man.
awesome, man. That's so cool.
Man, who would have known we'd have a bagpipe solo on the Hometown Bluegrass Show?
Well, you know, Scotch and Irish music had a lot of influence on bluegrass. You know, so
oh man, that's
We're
awesome.
set for everything.
that's awesome. Thanks for doing that, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
All right, thanks guys. Y'all have a great night and have a great weekend and a great festival. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We love dear Maribella. Talk to you later. Bye
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was so cool.
Oh man, that was. People are gonna be so mad at me, probably, but I'm like, why did you do that? Because it's awesome. That's why. If I could play the bagpipes, I would totally do it all the time.
That's right. Your mother would kill you.
My mother would have killed me in a heartbeat. But you know what? Hey.
Oh well.
Everybody would be calling me for like special events and for, funerals.
Yeah, funerals
and
more like it.
Maybe even weddings. Who knows,
Well, they're a great band. If you get a chance, go check them out at dearmaribella.com, and all their music is on Apple Music and Spotify. But most of all, go find them live. Go catch them live and buy a CD, buy a shirt, buy
Absolutely.
some stuff from them, and get to meet them, get to know them.
These are very nice young folks.
Great family. So, well, just want to close this show out with a special Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Josh and I both have lost our fathers.
Yes.
So it's always a little sentimental around Father's Day for us. But we both have kids, and so we get to celebrate with them. But
That's right.
Be sure and spend time with your family this weekend. This podcast will come out on Friday right before Father's Day. And so if you don't have your father anymore, just remember that you're not alone, and be blessed with what you've got, and spend some time with family.
That's right. Hug them youngins in your life even closer.
That's exactly right. So, but thank you for joining the Hometown Bluegrass Show. We sure love you. Thank you for listening. Check us out on Facebook at the Hometown Bluegrass Show.
Write to us.
Yeah, give us a note. We want to hear from you. And always remember, you got time to breathe.
You got time for bluegrass.
Well, folks, that's a wrap for this episode of the Hometown Bluegrass Show with Tim and Josh. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Facebook to stay connected to your bluegrass community. Got a question for us? A story to share? Or an artist we should feature? Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. You can find all the details at timbats.com. Thanks for listening to the Hometown Bluegrass Show, where the heart of bluegrass music lives. This has been a Bats Music and Media production.